Hey guys, welcome to a new video. Today I wanted to film a makeup look on this look here. This is kind of my take on the fox eye trend that's going around. I feel like everyone has a bit of a different take on it. I've seen so many different versions of the fox eye effect. So this has been my go-to glowy makeup for when I do wear makeup, which hasn't been too often, but it is the makeup that I've been wearing for like my Instagram photos and things like that. I just think it's really nice and flattering, especially just in the eye area, but it's also super glowy on the cheeks. I feel like everyone has their own kind of version of this trend going around, so this is my version here. It's definitely a more simple version, but that's kind of the way I like it. So yeah, I used a bit of a different technique with my makeup today, so I did switch it up a little bit, and I just had fun. So before we get started, please subscribe if you haven't already. It would mean the world to me. Please give this video a thumbs up if you like it. Even if you don't like it, that'd be great if you could give it a thumbs up. And that's about it. So if you want to see how I got this makeup look here, then please keep watching. First off, I'm just gonna take some lip balm. I'm gonna take the Brazilian Kiss lip balm by Sol de Janeiro. I'm actually just gonna quickly do foundation off camera because it's the same foundation that I've been using for months now, so I just don't see a point in filming myself doing it. So I'm just gonna quickly do that and then I'll be right back. Okay, moving on to concealer. I'm gonna take my Too Faced Born This Way concealer in the shade Shortbread. And so I'm going to put it pretty much in the same spots as usual, so under my eyes, down my nose, covering any blemishes, down the sides of my nose. And then I'm going to kind of like draw a line like that all the way up to my eyebrow, and then kind of just fill in the space there. And in my mind, this will help kind of shape the eyes a little bit better and make them look more pulled back. I could be wrong, but that's just my method and I think it's working for me. I mean, obviously I'm no expert, so I'm going to blend all of this out, and I'm not going to blend this part out until the very end. I feel like I haven't filmed a makeup video in a while, so I feel like I'm just forgetting how to do it. The lighting is insane right now. Like, I'm so bright. I normally put concealer on my eyelids to help prime them, but for this makeup look, I just put foundation there instead and left it like that because I think that helps separate the two areas, so it keeps this area nice and light. Do you know what I mean? I'm so bad at explaining things. My baby hairs have been so bad lately, which is so weird because I've never really had a problem with baby hairs, but I don't know what's going on. Like right here, the baby hairs are literally growing upward. Like, this has been sitting for a decent amount of time, so I'm finally going to blend this portion out. What I'm gonna do now is I'm gonna take some of this Maybelline Fit Me translucent powder in Fair Light, and I'm going to attempt to bake in those spots there. I never bake because I feel like it's super drying, but I'm just gonna try it. Gus took a chunk out of my sponge, so I can't really use that side. Just gonna dip my sponge in some powder like that. Make sure she's nice and crisp. I'm just going to bake like right where I get my creasing underneath my eyes. Nothing too crazy. If I seem like I don't know what I'm doing, it's because I don't. I really don't like the way it feels under my eyes. I'm just gonna wipe it off like immediately. It just like instantly makes my eyes feel super dry underneath. So I think I'm just gonna dust this off now. I'm just going to quickly use that same translucent powder and just put it all over my face. Okay, so now that we are nice and uncomfortably close, I'm gonna move on to eyes, obviously, because that's why we're zoomed in. I'm gonna be using the original Jaclyn Hill eyeshadow palette. And the first color I'm gonna take is this mustard yellow color. And I'm actually gonna be putting that in the inner portion of my eyes. Probably don't have to start with the inner portion, but that's just been my jam lately. I'm just lightly dusting this kind of all over the inner half, and I'm just gonna keep building it up until I'm happy with it. So the next color I'm gonna take is this one right here, and it's a really warm tone brown, and I'm going to focus this on the outer half of my eye now. Having done that concealer and baking really helped kind of figure out where to put the eyeshadow. Like, as you can see, my edge is already pretty sharp just from doing that. Okay, and then I'm just gonna go back into that mustard yellow color. I'm not really a perfectionist when it comes to doing my makeup for some reason, so if my eyes aren't even, to be honest, it doesn't really bother me because I feel like it's really hard to make everything perfectly even and symmetrical all the time. So I'm going to now take the Urban Decay 24/7 Glide On Eye Pencil in Bourbon. This is really pretty because it's brown, but it has a little bit of sparkle to it. It has like some gold glimmer to it, so it kind of just spices up your eyeliner a little bit. So I'm just gonna start in the center of my eye, and I'm taking the eyeliner pretty close towards my inner corner. I'm pretty bad at explaining things. Okay, I'm gonna use my sponge to kind of just pull my eye back ever so slightly. Don't tug like crazy because you don't want wrinkles. Okay, so the easy part is done. Was I in the frame for that? Frick, I hope so. Okay, so now with a clean finger, make sure you don't have any black or anything on your fingies because I've done that before. It's pretty tragic. So I'm just going to pull on my eye a little bit, not a lot. With this eyeliner, I don't want it to be like this. I want it to be more like this. So I want a really sharp angle. I don't want to make my eyes look super wide. I want them to look more like flirty and pulled back. And I always start small so that I can slowly work my way up to getting a bigger wing. Starting to sweat because the sun is shining on me. I'm gonna take an angled brush like this, and I'm gonna dip into this medium tone brown right here. I'm actually going to add that to my wing and kind of elongate the wing with it. And then I'm gonna take some more and just go over my eyeliner. I can never just finish my sentence in one piece. I have to like pause in between. I'm working on that, it's really annoying. So yeah, I'm just going to go over my eyeliner with that, kind of smudge it out ever so slightly. And I'm just going to keep adding to the wing until I like how it looks. And then I'm going to take my fluffy brush and kind of just, first without adding any product, just see if I can fill in the gaps here, because there's a bit of space between the liner and the eyeshadow. And then I'll dip back into that brown color that I put on the outer corner and just plop it right there. I'll go over the wing one more time. And then I'm just quickly gonna take a pencil brush like this and go in with a really light brown. You could even use bronzer. I'm just gonna take this one here and I'm just gonna run it along my lower lash line just to kind of give it a bit of definition. Honestly, when I do this makeup, it never ends up looking this dramatic, so of course the day that I decide to film is when it looks super intense. So then I'm just going to finish off the eyes with a little bit of a highlight. So I'm gonna take this second one right here. I'm just gonna put this in my inner corners and my brow bone. This one is really pretty. So now I'm gonna finish off the rest of my face makeup. So I'm gonna take some Marc Jacobs bronzer. Still going strong with this bad boy. Now the lighting is super dark. I can't win today. Okay, is that worse or better? I can't see, but is this better? I feel like doing eyebrows now, so I'm going to just take this little Gimme Brow in the number 4 and put this all over my eyebrows. Onto blush. I'm going to take this Buxom blush in the shade Havana. It's really pretty and it's really glowy. Why do I have green on my hand? I'm just gonna take my little brush. This brush is like an Eco Tools. I don't even know what it's for, but I'm just gonna use it for blush, and I'm gonna put this all over my cheeks. It's the prettiest color. Kind of smells nice too. For highlighter, I'm gonna take this one by Jouer in the color Rose Quartz. It's really, really pretty. And I'm going to attempt to apply it with my sponge. I'm just gonna take kind of like an empty spot. And I'm just going to kind of bounce it on to the tops of my cheeks. And this will kind of help melt the product into my skin. Now I'm just going to quickly put some mascara on. I'm going to use the Maybelline The Falsies Lash Lift. Now all we have left is lips. So I'm just going to add some leftover product from the sponge, put it just around my lips. I have like weird pigmentation around my lips, so I just want to make sure it's kind of covered. First, for lip liner, I'm going to take my typical ColourPop lip liner in Chi, and I'm just going to line my lips with it. And then my new favorite combo is adding some of the ColourPop lippy sticks in the shade Lumiere. This is Kathleen Light's shade, I'm pretty sure. And I just kind of pounce it on my lips and just blend it out. The sun is directly in my face now, but luckily we're almost done. So then I'm just going to take some of this Maybelline lipstick in the shade Blushing Beige, and it's not a matte, it's kind of like a really creamy lipstick. And I'm just going to focus this on the center of my lip. And this kind of just adds some juiciness to the lips because the other products I used were matte. All right, ladies and gents, so this is the finished product. I just really enjoy this makeup. I think it's perfect for taking photos. Sorry, there's like a glare in my eyes and I don't know where it's coming from. I clearly need to end the video because the lighting is just not my friend today. So thank you all so much for watching today's video. I hope you enjoyed. Please give this video a thumbs up and please subscribe if you haven't already. I would really, really, really appreciate it. And I will see you guys in my next video. Bye!